Hi friends! Do you want to paint something that's more sweet than spooky? This Sleepy Bat acrylic on canvas painting is sweet and adorable, but also gives some gothic and dark vibes. Follow along with me to learn to paint this Sleepy Bat painting yourself. You can get all these supplies as a kit from Pop Shop America, linked in the description below, or gather the following supplies. 2 black square canvases, I used 8x8, acrylic paint in white, cobalt blue, black, violet, and cadmium yellow. You will always want a container of clear water for rinsing your brushes, and a paint palette, but your paint palette doesn't need to look like mine. You can use paper plates or a clear sheet of acrylic or glass. And last, you will need a pencil to draw your bat and flowers. We're going to start by drawing our bat first. Take your time with this step, it will make the rest of the process so much easier. To pencil in the bat, hold both of your canvases together and draw your bat across both pieces of canvas. Make the edge of your canvases become the center point of your bat. It can be hard to hold the canvases together, but trust the process. It's going to look so great when the painting is finished. Penciling in your bat and flowers is very important for this painting project. Ordinarily, when we are working with white canvas, we cover the entire canvas with paint and don't leave anything blank. But with this black canvas, we're going to leave the negative space unpainted. The canvas itself is matte, it's not shiny at all. But most acrylic paint has a sheen to it unless you are specifically using matte paint. So we want to be extra careful to know exactly where we are laying down the paint before we add it to the canvas to keep the rich matte hue of the black canvas intact. Take your time when drawing in the bat. Slower and more precise is better than faster. Included in our kit is a sample sheet of the flowers we drew here, but you can draw any shaped flowers, just keep the shapes simple. We'll use the color of the paint to make them more complex. Make sure you add a variety of simple leaves and flowers and not just one shape. Because we are using a muted blue color palette, all the flowers will be in similar shades of blue and purple. We'll use the shape to help distinguish the flowers from each other, while using the color of the paint to add complexity and dimension to each flower. When you are ready to start painting, add a tiny touch of all your colors to a paper plate or a palette. Then mix together some blue and violet to make an indigo. Start with a small round brush and fill in the center of each bat segment. Paint the interior of your bat's face, wings, and ears in the indigo color you just blended, but leave the edges or the perimeter of each section blank. We'll finish the bat later, but leaving the edges blank will help create a sense of darkness and shadows. Next, add a touch of blue to your indigo and start painting the flowers. I started next to the bat, working outwards, but you can start anywhere you like. For the flowers, you can paint all the way to the edge of your pencil line. Continue to add a touch of purple and a touch of blue paint as needed, so your flowers start to vary in color from each other. Once you have about half of the flowers on your first panel finished, add white paint to the same brush without removing the indigo paint or washing the brush. Using just the tip of your brush, paint thin lines from the edges of the flower inward towards the center of the flower. As you brush the white inward, continue to lighten your hold and lift the brush so that there's more white along the perimeter of the flower than the center. This will help create a glow effect to your flowers. Once you are finished with your flowers, trace the lines of the bat with white paint. Add some light white stripes to the edges of the bat's face and through the ears to give the bat a touch of fuzz. To paint the bat's face, make a circular nub that's slightly to the right of center. It should almost look like a pig's snout. Add a curved black paint line underneath for the mouth and 2 thin half ovals for the eyes. Remember, for humans and almost all animals, the eyes are midway through the face. They are much lower than what seems natural when you first start drawing and painting. For my last flower, I started in white paint with just a touch of indigo to make a flower that's more of a focal point. Then, above the bat's head, I created a moon by first painting a faint circular glow, then filling in the center with a bright white. Once you finish your first panel, continue the same painting techniques across the second canvas. Fill in the bat, leaving the perimeter of each bat segment unpainted. Then paint the flowers in an array of blues, indigos, and violets. add some white touches to the flowers so that the outside of the flowers have a faint glow. Make 1 to 2 of your flowers a focal point by painting them a bright white with just a touch of blue, indigo, and violet. Finish the lines of the bat by painting over the pencil lines in a muted blue. Rinse and clean your brushes, then add some yellow using a dot technique in just the center of a few of your flowers. Then dot on top of the yellow with just a touch of white across even less of the flowers. Last, turn your background into a starscape by adding tiny white dots randomly across both panels. And voila, your sleepy bat painting is finished. Now all you have to do is let your canvas dry, which should take less than an hour, then hang and enjoy. If you love this painting tutorial, make sure to like and subscribe for more crafty goodness from us at Pop Shop America, and we'll see you in the next video. Happy crafting!